So welcome back, everybody, to a new class. We were just talking about social media, right? Your favorite ways of communication. Many people told me I prefer to communicate using Facebook, or I prefer to communicate using WhatsApp, instant message, and Instagram. Many different options, right? Well, I told you that um, since you were kind enough to share your answers with me, I was going to share something very special with you. What I'm going to share, and I will ask you to be very discreet with it, is the group chat of the teachers of the universe. Yeah, but don't worry. You're not going to see much. You're just going to see what's necessary. Okay? So let me present that content to you. So in today's class, we're going to learn a little bit about how to write in an informal style through message, through WhatsApp message, through a group chat. Okay. So as I promised, this is the group chat of the teachers of the university, but don't worry. You can see anything. You can see names. You cannot see numbers, contact information, anything of that, right? Okay. Now, nevertheless, I would like to read it quickly and then ask you to do an activity with me, okay? So let's start with the chat on the left. And these ones go, they are still asking us for the links to our classes. A list of names, please create your links for today and tomorrow, ASAP, since they will observe just this week. Thank you very much. And then somebody replies also, please don't forget to send me an email with a link. Hi, blank. Only this person, and this person have to share the link. Hello, blank. That's what they told me from Secretaría General. Did they visit you already? No. I have to send you my link. And then, yes, please, also don't forget to allow them in your class. They also told me that some teachers didn't. Sure, no problem. And the second chat goes, this is shorter. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend too. Thank you. You too. Thank you. Have a fantastic weekend. Thank you. Have a great weekend too. Thanks, Hack. Um, thank you very much for you as well. And that's nice. Nice weekend. Okay. Now, as I said, the language used in a group chat is not formal. It's informal. But without knowing much yet, I would like you to read. I'm going to pass the Jamboard link on the chat so you can access this information, check, and highlight anything unusual, anything new, curious, anything you might think is important for us to analyze. Okay? So I'm sending the link through the chat right now. Please use it to get in the Jamboard and highlight whatever you think is interesting about that group chat. Okay, great work, everybody. I was checking while you were working, and I'm really happy to see that you have found many instances of curious things, unusual things in their writing. Teachers use in their chat. So let's go over your work. Yeah. So you decided to use arrows to point out the unusual things. And yes, we have many here. For example, list of names, name 1, comma, name 2, comma, name 3. So using list, that is unusual. Expressions like thank you without capital letter, or informal expressions like no, which means no. Contractions like the word don't forget. Informal language like sure. People are using emojis. Expressions like fantastic. People are using exclamation marks to express heightened emotion. Informal language like using the word hug or more emojis. So all of those are examples of informal language. To be more specific, they are symbols, comments, in parentheses, contractions, examples of exclamation marks, informal expressions, and listings of items. For example, symbols, Basically, emojis. Emojis are symbols. Comments and parentheses. Uh, please don't forget. Or please bring that. Or something similar, right? Contractions. Don't. That is an example of a contraction. Exclamation mark. Uh, happy weekend. There was one that said happy weekend, right? Exclamation mark. Informal expressions. There were expressions like no, meaning no, or sure, meaning of course, and listing items like there was a list of names, like it was like Maria, Jose, Jesus, Maria, Jose, and Jesus, right? So all of those are examples of informal uh, style writing, right? Since they are just instant messages, they don't need to be written formal. They could be written in an informal way. People will understand. Your peers, people of your age, people in your own profession will understand what you write. So you don't need to be that formal. You can just use informal writing style, right? So yes, when you use informal writing style, you have these tips. Okay, now take this into account because uh, right now you're going to do a little bit of practice. You and the pair I will ask you to work with will work together to create something similar to this. Maybe not that long, just a couple messages is enough. Then you will exchange links with another pair so you can do pair review. Okay, so now get ready to work and let's go for it.